Today I'm going to tell you a story about Captain Chaos, a scruffy terrier mix with a talent for turning even the most ordinary day into a hilarious adventure. Captain Chaos, or Captain C as is human, a giggling boy named Max, called him, wasn't your typical dog. He didn't chase squirrels. He preferred to negotiate with them for acorns. He didn't fetch sticks. He'd rather use them to conduct imaginary orchestra performances. And he had a particular obsession: socks. Not just any socks, mind you. Captain C had a sophisticated palate for the finest, fluffiest, most colorful socks in the house. He'd sneak into laundry baskets, dive under beds, and even perform elaborate sock retrieval acrobatics involving the kitchen table and a strategically placed chair. One sunny afternoon, Max's mom, a woman with a perpetually exasperated but loving smile, decided to organize the sock drawer. She laid out a mountain of socks, a rainbow of stripes, polka dots, and cartoon characters. Captain C's eyes widened. It was a socktacular paradise. He launched his attack, a whirlwind of scruffy fur and determined paws. He snatched a pair of fuzzy bunny socks, a superhero sock with a cape, and a neon green sock that glowed in the dark. He then proceeded to parade around the living room, his tail wagging like a furry metronome, showcasing his socktastic collection. Chaos ensued. He tripped over his own feet, sending socks flying. He tried to hide them under the sofa, only to have them pop out like colorful, fluffy snakes. He even attempted to build a sock fort, which collapsed spectacularly, burying him under a pile of mismatched foot coverings. Max's mom, witnessing the sockpocalypse, couldn't help but laugh. Captain C, covered in socks and looking utterly triumphant, barked a victorious woof. He had conquered the sock mountain, and in his mind, that was a victory worthy of a parade. Captain C, having conquered the sock drawer, decided to explore the culinary arts. He'd seen Max's dad, a man whose cooking skills were questionable, attempt to make pizza. Captain C decided he could do better. He waited until Max's dad went to the bathroom, then leaped onto the kitchen counter, his eyes gleaming with culinary ambition. He sniffed the pizza dough, pawed at the tomato sauce, and attempted to arrange the toppings, which involved him licking the pepperoni and rolling around in the mozzarella. The result was a culinary catastrophe. The pizza dough looked like it had been attacked by a furry tornado. The tomato sauce was smeared across the counter, and the toppings were scattered like confetti. Captain C, covered in cheese and smelling faintly of pepperoni, looked immensely proud of his masterpiece. Just then, Max's dad returned. He stared at the kitchen, his jaw dropping. Captain C, oblivious to the chaos he'd created, wagged his tail and barked, as if to say, "Behold, my culinary genius." To make matters worse, the pizza delivery guy arrived. Smelling the delicious pizza, Captain C decided he needed to inspect the delivery. He jumped onto the delivery guy, licking his face and attempting to snatch the pizza box. The delivery guy, startled by the enthusiastic canine greeting, dropped the pizza, which landed upside down on Captain C's head. Captain C, now a walking pizza-top dog, chased the delivery guy around the living room, leaving a trail of tomato sauce and cheese. Max's dad, meanwhile, tried to salvage the pizza, which now resembled a modern art installation. Despite his culinary and sock-related mishaps, Captain C had a heart of gold. He loved his family, and he loved making them laugh. And he had a secret soft spot for squirrels, his former acorn negotiation partners. One blustery afternoon, a fierce windstorm swept through the neighborhood. A group of squirrels, caught off guard, were clinging precariously to a swaying tree branch. Captain C, witnessing their plight, decided to become a hero. He barked and ran towards the tree, attempting to climb it like a furry, four-legged firefighter. He couldn't quite reach the branch, so he decided to employ his super barking powers. He barked with the ferocity of 1,000 tiny terriers, attempting to blow the squirrels to safety. His barking attracted the attention of the neighborhood kids, who thought he was putting on a show. They started clapping and cheering, thinking he was performing a hilarious doggy act. Captain C, mistaking their cheers for encouragement, barked even louder. The squirrels, startled by the sudden canine symphony, leaped from the branch and landed safely on the ground. Captain C, convinced he was responsible for their rescue, puffed out his chest and strutted around like a tiny, furry king. The kids, now joined by Max and his parents, decided to give Captain C a parade. They decorated him with colorful ribbons, gave him a cardboard crown, and marched him around the neighborhood, chanting his name. Captain C, wearing his pizza-stained crown and surrounded by his adoring fans, barked a triumphant woof. He was a hero, a culinary artist, a sock-snatching champion, and the funniest dog in the whole wide world. And he wouldn't have it any other way. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it, and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.